Hey everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back to you brothers in Arsenal. Today we just wanted to do a little quick conversation about our sorry, not I was going to say captain, ex-captain, but current manager, Mikel Arteta. I know it's everybody's favorite conversation. He's got a lot of fanboys. He's got a lot of people that aren't too much into him. We're just going to talk about him. He's been here for about five years now, 6 years.
Yeah, five gonna be six.
Gonna be six, yeah, in December, right? So
Yeah.
6 years, one trophy, couple of community shields. I don't know if you count those trophies or not. That's up to you. But Daniel, Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, did you wanna start with tactics or did you want to start with
I just
how do
I
I
just
see
want
the
to hear your
season?
thoughts. How do you feel about him?
I'll
I mean, obviously his preseason's been a little dim.
yeah, I'll
Part of
start
that
with
could be due to him.
I'll start with the preseason real quick. Um I've liked that I have seen a little bit more of a directness in the team, uh,
What do you mean
which
by
would
directness?
coincide with this directness as in like the pace and the wingers have also been slightly a little bit more central, not central, but a little bit more. They have been tucked on the wide, but they have been coming in more centrally, I would say. So that would be one thing. However, it still has been very similar to the way we played last year with not a lot of tweaks. It seems like other than we've been kicking the ball longer with
Yep.
Raya,
Yeah, a little bit longer.
but sometimes we've been doing that too much. Like we wanted a little bit of variation, not always playing from the back.
Yeah.
We would like to always play from the back in theory. Everything in theory sounds nice, but
Right.
sometimes it is more viable or better to be more direct, get the ball up there
Yeah.
quicker
Like you said
and
though, you
whatnot.
gotta change it up. You gotta draw them in, play from the back, draw them in sometimes so you hit them, quicker on the break and the behind in those pockets, or you make them think that you're gonna, you know, play from the
Yeah,
back and you just ping it long to Yakarez, so you can flick it onto Soccer, Martinelli, whoever it might be, right? But yeah, like I
yeah.
said, just variation.
I I don't even know. Is this right for this video? Probably. I mean, it's a tactic thing. I'll touch on this other tactic, small detail. We signed Gyökeres, we signed Madueke again.
Mm.
Um, Gyökeres, you've seen him trying to make those runs. Again, is this on Arteta or is this on our players?
Could just be
Why is
chemistry, but
why is
yeah.
our I know it's still early, very early,
Mhm.
but like these players have been playing for a long time. You see a striker, you know his qualities, you could kind of tell what he's gonna do. Why aren't we playing these through balls in
Yeah.
behind?
No, that's a great point.
I
I've
know
seen
it's very early and the chemistry's just got to come.
no, no,
But hopefully Arteta isn't making like tactically like it would sound stupid to say that. Like, don't be playing these through balls.
yeah.
We want to work it up a different way. It could be that, like, because of the way we build up, we don't, well,
We don't have a lot
actually,
of
I won't
space
even
to
say
play in
that.
behind sometimes, is kind of what you're going with that, right? Make
Well,
somebody play up
that, but
sometimes.
also the way
That's
we
sometimes slow in
play,
transition is our issue, and we don't use that space in behind right away, and then it's gone.
yeah, and well, I was gonna say the way that we try to play usually is to minimize a lot of the errors that can come from like
True. And
turnovers
those
and
riskier
whatnot.
passes.
But that's the thing is like, is it too much of a risk indicator for him that we don't want him playing that way?
Yeah.
Regardless, I'll turn it over to you and then I'll jump back on real quick because I don't
Yeah.
want to talk for too
Absolutely.
long.
So, Mikel Arteta, personally, I've been a big fan of what he's done for the club. I mean, we were in the mud. He completely changed us, turned us around. We're not a laughing stock anymore, right? We're a
Hmm.
serious team. However, I will say over the last couple seasons, he has gotten a bit stagnant with his tactics. There's not a lot of change, like I said, not a lot of variation. You mentioned just the variation on the goal kicks, right? And we have seen a little bit more, but like you said, it's been too much now. It's like you got to find the balance. But
Hmm.
personally, his tactics, I mean, that 2021-22, or is it 22-23, 22-23 season, right? Season we just
Hmm.
went off, right? With Jesus and Chenko when they signed the collared shirts. I mean, that season was beautiful. We were playing just liquid, fluid football, right? We were just attacking.
It was
Was
also new,
unbelievable.
so teams hadn't th like thought
True,
us out yet,
true, yeah.
found us out
But
yet.
then that next season, you reverted to a little bit more pragmatic, right? In the first half of the season, second half of the season, we kind of turned it up a bit, right? Made a run, we still fell short. And then last season, just, I mean, again, kind of pragmatic, slow build up.
Slow
very
injuries
possession
too, but it's
based
slow.
injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with Arteta, though, I feel like I'll be honest, he's got one way to play. And like that's just not what we can do because we can't always break down teams the same way, right? He did
Mm.
mention his press conference earlier a few weeks back saying, he wants to have a bigger squad so he can pick certain players for certain games to match up against those teams specifically. So hopefully we'll see some of that transpire throughout the season. However, we haven't seen that in the
And that would
preseason.
make sense too with the Gabriel Heinz appointment because that's something that's crucial for him and his setup with how he likes to manage or assist and coaches, like specifically with fullbacks, like matching up the fullbacks for what winger is
Yeah,
potentially going to be played across them.
right. You got to
Um,
play the opponent that's in front of you, and you can't play him the same
but you don't
way
want it.
that you
You
play
don't
other
want it to be
teams.
too much. You don't want it to be like Emery, who was trying to fully map out each game against what the
True.
opponent is. You want to have a clear identity, but you
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to make small tweaks to it
Right.
to change it for the right game phase, game state,
Yeah.
team that you're facing.
Absolutely. So, I mean, what I see from Arteta currently is just a little bit of, I don't want to say stubbornness, but he needs to take the handbrake off and let the team play a little bit more. Like I said, we're too slow in transition, and part of that could be due to his tactics. Wanting to build up slowly out of the back.
That's something
I don't
that
want to
has
put
always
that
irked me.
yeah, I don't want to put that on the players because it happens every single time, right? So I'm not blaming the players for that. That has to be a tactical thing. And I mean, there's chances, like you mentioned with Yakras, there's chances to play those quick transitions in behind, and we just don't. We see them on the TV, we see them there, right?
Hmm.
Arteta can see them, I'm sure. The players, I mean, it's difficult to say because they're on the pitch. I'm sure Rye is at the back saying, look at that through ball, play it, right? Or,
Hmm.
look at that overlapping, play it. Like, but we just don't. So I don't know. Um, he needs to change for me a little bit this year. And obviously we do need to win a trophy. So expectations are Arteta this year. We need to win a Premier League or a Champions League. Obviously Champions League is very tough to do. So it's the Premier League.
Both of them are tough, and no
Yes.
one's no one's
The
given
title.
the right to,
Yeah.
even Liverpool won it last year, but like they're
Mm-hmm.
favorites, but they don't have like the divine right.
Absolutely. But
Um,
Arteta for me, he needs to bring one of those big ones home. Um,
yes. So I like
Premier
what you're
League
saying.
personally is the number one. Go after the Premier League.
Yeah. And so I like what you said, like he's got to take the handbrake off. Which leads me to also, do you think this is a trophy or bust for him? Like if he doesn't win one, will he be out? Because with
Yeah,
with
good
our
question.
ownership though, with Wenger, he was getting top four as long as he was getting the money revenue. I know it seems like maybe a little bit recently they've been investing more and they didn't have like as much ownership as before.
Yeah, that whole thing.
But
No,
do you
that's a
think
great
it's like
question. I personally, like I said, I am a fan of him. He's done a lot for us, a lot of good. I
mhm,
do personally think he's one of the best managers currently in world football. He would probably be, I mean, we'd have to execute a video or make a list. He's easily top 10 in the top 10 for sure.
mhm.
We'd have to make a video on it. No, maybe not top five, but top 10
Not
for
top
sure.
five, at least top
But
15, I
trophy or
would say.
bust, no, not trophy or bust. I guess it depends. It depends. If we actually compete for the title this year and lose by a couple points, okay, I can live with that. If we lose by 10 points or whatever we lost by 11 last year, that's not okay, right? If we, fall short in the Premier League, make it to a Champions League final and lose, I can maybe stomach that too. It just depends how the season plays out, really. A trophy or bust, no, but it depends where we finish in the league and the Champions League, is what I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
It,
to be
it
honest, if he doesn't win the Premier Champions League, he's kind of got to pick up one of the smaller ones. FA Cup, Carabao, FA Cup specifically. I mean, that's our bread and butter. We love that. I love that. So he's got to pick one of those up if we don't win the league or Champions League as well. I don't know.
yeah.
That's where I'm at. But I don't know who we'd replace him with. I don't see any other managers out there that I'd prefer that are maybe even available currently.
Luis Enrique. Well, he's not available, but it'd be
Yeah,
cool. Maybe him.
yeah, and he'd be expensive to get out PSG because I'm sure he's on a lot of money. Javi Alonso
Yeah.
looks good, but he's just got to Madrid. Um,
Cesc.
I was gonna say Cesc, but
But
he's a young manager
he's
too. So
yeah.
he'd be an unknown in the Prem, and I know Arteta was too, but I don't know. Trophy or bust? Not exactly for me. Not exactly. What about you?
Yeah. I just wanted to pose a question.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't even think I think if it was bust, I still think, as long as he challenged and we're still in the Champions League,
Yeah,
with what we've seen with the data from our owners, I think he would still be in a job.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, but that's just me personally.
And we do need to see a little bit more out of him this year tactically. We can't just go into
Oh,
every game the same. And we need to see a little bit more of a switch up, right? Against the City, yes, we might be sitting in a little bit more, right? Against Liverpool, we might be sitting a little bit more. And hopefully
mhm.
Diakra is playing on that counterattack, and Martinelli maybe will feed off this season, playing on that counterattack with Diakra could help. And then obviously against the other teams, against those low blocks, we need to find out how to break them down. And that's something Arteta's, he's getting paid, what, 10 million a year? Figure it out, man. That's your job. You
Yeah.
got to figure it out. We can't be losing or tying those games this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then, yeah, the other reason why I was talking about trophy, I agree with what you're saying there. But with trophy or bust, I was curious with what you're saying with the handbrake is like if it was posed like that within the club, which I'm sure they wouldn't say this to him because they like him and he's been doing well getting them Champions League. But I don't see why he wouldn't take the handbrake off if
Mhm.
this was like his last shot,
Yeah.
Like, That's
Yeah.
what that's a
If
lot of the
there's,
fans think, as in if he doesn't win something major, he should be going.
yeah,
So I'm sure he feels the pressure because it's Arsenal. You're gonna feel the pressure no matter
of
what.
course. Yeah.
But
You're
but I
right,
just
though.
think
If there
like
is
if
that
this is his
interior
last season, why
pressure,
not
yeah,
just try all ideas?
absolutely. Yeah. If there's that interior pressure from the club, then yeah, absolutely just go for it. Right. If they're saying trophy or bust, you're 100% right. Well, anyways, I see you got
Yeah.
your Arsenal quiz to wrap us up. Let's hear what you got.
Yep. My question is, who is the oldest player to score for Arsenal?
Ooh,
Lee Dixon, Nigel Winterburn, Dennis Bergkamp, or Jack Rutherford?
I'll go for Jack Rutherford. I've never heard of him, so he must be an old from the the older times.
It's Jack
All
Rutherford.
right, look at that. Using the context
Um,
clues.
Let us know in the comments if you actually knew that one, and don't lie, be 100% true with it.
Yes, and leave
Um,
some comments down below. We don't get a lot of comments, but we want to build a community. We want to talk with you.
if
So
you
let
leave a
us know down
comment,
below what you think about Arteta. What?
as I say, if you leave a comment, we'll discuss it. We
Yeah.
haven't discussed one of the comments that I want to discuss, but the video's getting long, so I'll talk about it in the next
Yeah.
video.
Was that Joe's?
But yeah, yes, it was. But leave a comment.
Yep.
If it's a question, then we can just make a whole video about it, discussing it,
Sure.
and then
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
got a
so
good
that was
topic
that
for
was
this. Let us
this
know.
this episode for Brothers in Arsenal. Thank you all for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this one. And Ben, do you have any final words?
Yeah. Yeah. Just like and subscribe and leave some comments. And, we're here to talk to the communities. Yeah. This has been another Brothers in Arsenal. We'll see you guys in the next video.